Hi everyone, Cendril here. Welcome back to FF12, the Zodiac Age. Alright, people have things. Steel Mask, Crystal Shield, Evade, Magic Evade, I don't remember what all I bought. Diamond Sword, Kiku Ichimonji, New Armor, basically, I had Balthier stop attacking and just steal things using the Thief's Cuffs we found somewhere along the journey. Naval stuff is superior in rare items, and when he actually stole a rare item, or like a rarer item, it sold well. So there you go. Did that for hour and a half, 2 hours, and then there you go. Just ran around stealing stuff, beating up the enemy, and playing on 2 times speed. So now we have money, and I bought stuff. So time to move on. Because I totally forgot about this button until I was messing around yesterday. And I was like, oh yeah, that button is actually a thing. Ah, Sorcerer's Habit. See, eye drops. But he still has Sorcerer's Habit, which is armor, so Mystic Armor 6? I like the Black Garb more. Slightly better defense and speed. But yeah. Like, he'll steal things like that. Every once in a while. A lot of times he just steals items like that, or Chronos Tier, or some eye drops, or something like that. Oh no! Run away! I wish we could talk to you. So yeah, that's and I'm just keeping Balthier like that until I need him to attack. Because it'll get me extra stuff. But that's the plan now. So he doesn't have 2 times AP on anymore, so I have to be, or two times LP. I put it back on Ash, so she doesn't have half MP anymore. Again, until we get to new stuff, or stuff that starts to be more of a pain, then I'll set everybody back to mostly what they were doing. Because see, it stinks. I wish the game was smart enough to where, oh, I stole everything from him. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to stop stealing and attack. But the game is not smart enough to do that. Yeah, I don't have a Gambit. It's like steal, but if I put anything else above there, all he'll do is attack. He'll never steal. And there's no, at least one that we've seen, to be like, hey, only do it when they have an item or something. I don't have anything like that. It's quite annoying, honestly. Well, it's kind of the dilemma of this game, right? So, you have this gambit system, which in theory would be pretty cool. You can kind of basically do what I'm doing now, play on autopilot. Where I don't have to super pay attention, and then my mind kind of wanders. And I say wrong things, like last episode. But you can have the AI do stuff, and you don't have to put in the commands all the time, right? And that's cool. It's cool in theory. The problem is, because you have to buy the gambits, lesser extent, that's still dumb, but a lesser extent that. But to more of an extent, you don't always have the gambit you want. Like I said, Balthier, if enemy has item, steal. Like you're a computer programmer. Like you're writing code. But your options are limited to what you have in the store at the time and what you've bought. In theory, it's a cool idea, but when things are crazier, what do you want me to look at, game? There's nothing. There's stuff over here. Wait a minute. There's a bunch of these. Ugh, can't do anything. Ugh, now there's two. What are y'all weak to? Ice? I suppose so. And then if you have a bunch of stuff, like I could use a bunch of things for like Ash, if this use this, if Stone use, not Azuna, but if Poisoned use Poisona, if Blind use Blind, if Silenced use Vox, etc., etc., etc. Yes, I could, but you're also limited by the number of gambits you have. That's another factor. I don't trust all this, to be honest. I don't trust all this there. I'm just gonna leave those and move on. It is Stona, you're right. Yeah, there are flaws with the system. Like I said, it's pretty cool in theory because it's like, oh, I can tell the AI how I want it to work. And that's useful. Where am I now? Oh, good enough for me. Money. Sleep, well, it's asleep. We're just gonna run away. That's the other thing, though, right? So, in like a turn-based system, you would you just put in the command yourself as the people's turn came up, right? But in a system like this, in a more action system, you want to have the AI do stuff, because time isn't on your side. It's not like where when somebody's turn comes up, time stops and you can put in the commands. Time's constantly going. Like, even more so than just a real-time turn-based system where the gauge is constantly going. You still have more control over the commands. Now here it stops to put in commands, but you're still keeping track of things while you're not paused and it's running in real time. And spells like that, like it just doesn't instantly happen. If I was far away from Ash, for example, you've seen it, where it takes time for the spell to fly to you. Even if she's cast it, it still takes time for the spell to get there. And if enemy hits you with melee or whatever, before the spell gets there, it's like she never casted the spell on you. So that's a problem. Where do you go, Wayfarer? To the east lie the uplands, to the north across the plains lies the seat of the Empire. Okay. Go east to Balfenheim. So there are problems. Hi, Zarza. Again, I still think it would have been better. It might be. It would have been better if they kind of chose one or the other. Either they went full action like Kingdom Hearts. I make that comparison because Kingdom Hearts came out came out like 2 years before this game or something like that. Me and Knight looked it up, and it's like you had the option to use that combat system. What's the point? That's why I always use that as the example. You could have done something like that, or you could have stuck with a turn-based like you did for X and X2. My opinion, you can take it or leave it, but that's how I look at it. What don't you understand? I can attempt to explain it. How it's a mixed system. Well, they tried to incorporate real-time stuff, right? So you're walking around, you see the enemies, you can move in and attack them, right? Instead of going to like a splash screen and then you go into battle. So you would think with that kind of system, when you don't just get sucked into battle, that I press a button and attack, because that's how action-y type games work, right? That's not what it is here. They still have a turn-based system of sorts. You have a time gauge. When the time gauge fills up, you attack. You swing. I can put in that I'm attacking, but it's not like pressing the button and attacking like you would in a Kingdom Hearts or a Zelda or any other action type game. So it's trying to be like pseudo that way, but it's not. It's like they took elements from it being like an action RPG and tried to throw them in with all of the other kind of standard turn-based mechanics that Final Fantasy has used, and it just doesn't work well. And people, here's the deal. You could say, oh, I think the system's great. That's fine. My biggest complaint isn't necessarily that I still think it doesn't work well, but that's not even the biggest thing to me. The biggest thing to me is there were better options. They had better options for what they could have done. And that to me is the problem. Like, they tried to appease everybody, and by doing so, appeased very few. Which, I guess I could be accused of, but... Marlboro Overking, by the way, is fancier, has mustache. Has the crown and mustache. That's how you know it's fancy. I guess that's my problem. You know, try to make everybody happy, and then you make almost nobody happy. Yeah, that's what I'm... At the end of the day, I come down on it. Nothing. Except this potion. Woo! Yeah, that's... you know, can't be good all the time. Like, I still love Final Fantasy. Let's head. I guess head this way. I love that LP. I really enjoyed that one. I did some different things, speaking of like doing different things and people maybe not liking it. I did some different things for that LP, and I don't know, I really enjoyed it. Those of you not here in chat watching this later, my Ease Origins LP. Really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun with it. There's a lot of stuff I should do. Let's be honest. There's a lot of stuff I said I was going to do and then never did, just because there's always something else to do. And so I would like to get through Final Fantasy. As much as I've enjoyed this trip down memory lane and showing off the Final Fantasies and giving you my insights, my thoughts, everything like that, I would like to finish this so I can just do other stuff. Maybe go back and do some projects like that that either I would like to do or just never got around to doing. It'd just be nice. And no, we need to go through the 13 trilogy. Ugh. There's so many mixed feelings with that. I can't wait to dive into that. That'll be a fun time. I guess the thing I've enjoyed the most about going through these is I can give some historical context to this series. I can show you what it was like, and I played a lot of remakes, but I can still go over what it was like, what changed in the remakes, things like that. But just as a person that has played all of these, and a person who grew up with the series, I can give like you say with like basketball or like a sport, they're a student of the game, quote unquote. They basically just consume everything about the sport that they're in. I kind of consider myself that for video games, especially like RPGs. I'm a student of RPGs. Like I've played hundreds upon hundreds of RPGs. I've played many Final Fantasy games, and I could just give you a different view than maybe some people out there, especially for like younger viewers. I can give you a different look, or a person that doesn't know a lot about RPGs that watches my videos for some reason. I can give you some context, some a different look for things. And I'm proud of that. I feel like it's one of the things that I can be proud of about the channel. It's one of the things that I enjoy thinking I can do. Great, I learned a lot from you, Cendril, about RPGs. So thank you very much. Weak-kneed Baga is worthless, utterly worthless, just like every other hunter my father employs. Wouldn't happen to be a hunter, would you? I'd like to hire you to deal with a terrible menace in the Sochin Cave Palace. It's drawing. Bill? Question mark? Hell hunters of all ages and races deal with the scourge upon us. Warning, this is not an official bill and will not be listed in the clan primer. Sure. East of you come the highlands, north of there lies fields of eternity, Where can we find the interest of searching? Hell Scourge, which you defeat, lurks within the cave palace. Many hunters have been sent, and all have come running home. No idea what the Scourge is or looks like. No one that returns will speak of it. Intriguing, no? But was refused. Having no other choice, he employed 2 hunters. And they came back out mere moments later. They ran past my father, their employer. Unbelievable. Enraged, I gave chase and was separated from my father. Expect I heard back in Arcades. So, you're hired. Go kill it. Soul Ward Key. The hunt begins for... I don't know. That means a lot to me, Sarge. Like, really does. Because, again, it's one of the things that I take pride in. Trust me, there's not much for me, too. So, that does mean a lot to me. You can see the bill again. Because my deal is everybody always wants an expert of a particular game. Like, I'm no expert of 12. I've made that abundantly clear. But that's what people usually want. They want to see an expert of X game. You know, insert game here. But I'm not that. What I am is an expert of games as a whole. You know, with history and knowledge and decades of playing them and seeing all kinds of different systems and different tricks and just how games have changed. That I have, but nobody wants that. Nobody wants a jack-of-all-trades person, because that's not fun. They want to see Ninja, for example, just destroy everybody at Fortnite. Like, that's what they want. They want to see, you know, top WoW players do dungeon first. They want to see top PUBG players. They want to see top, you know, they want to see Nate Shot, you know, the top COD player. That's what people want to see. Unfortunately, there are millions of people who do care. Neko, that's the deal. 99.9% of people would say that about my playthrough of FF12 here. Care about y'all here. I really do. But it doesn't change the fact that I can usually count the amount of people here on 2 hands. Sometimes just 1. It doesn't change that fact. Some days you just have to be a realist. Being a realist is no fun. No, come back. I hate when this enemy does that. Faster than you. More streamers to teach. I suppose. There's only so many things you can teach, really. I was told about a battle royale game. Speaking of battle royale games like Fortnite, Realm something. Can't remember the name. That I was told to check out. I might do that. You will now have the option of saving your game. Gee, thanks. Thanks, game. That's not ominous.
Hey, you sure this rabbit hole's really the way into Arcades?
Better a hare unseen than a rat in a trap. Then again, if you'd prefer to go knocking on the front gates of the city, be my guest.
But what about once we're inside? Won't the city watch find us? We'll do what we can to blend into the crowd. Our names may be notorious, but our faces are not far known.
True, true. You're a princess and we didn't even recognize you.
I noticed.
That's funny. I mean, man, you're a princess and we didn't even recognize you. I noticed. Good job, Vaughn. At least the game gave you the option to save there, which is nice. Run away. Confused is bad. And I just nuked Balthier. Because of confusion. This boss hits like a truck. crystals seems like they should be lit. The thing that gets me is, I agree with that. The thing that gets me is sometimes you see the flowers there. I feel like I should be picking them. Like the plants. Like, oh, that's got to be a healing plant or something. Collectible. Too much Nina Cooney and stuff. Grab everything. Use the soul ward key. That lets us in. Hi, AJ. Sochin Cave Palace. Oh man, that must be the monster! Haha. Oh. Ah, they're silly. Attack! Mandragora Prince, Olaroon King, Onion Queen, Pumpkin Star, Top Stock. So it's kind of all the enemy fruit and vegetable things that we've seen. Just now they're big enemies. They're bosses. Attack! Yeah, sure, Balthier, why not? Go for me. Still a gimbal stock. Stole an onion. Good job. Oh, here, now come back. Steal from this one. Ah, blind. Stole a tomato stalk. The pumpkin! Ugh, every stat effect known to man. Not really, but still a bunch of stat effects. Hunt, quote unquote. Sleep. Really? Did you just recast Sleep? Silence. Echo. Silence. Oh, still asleep. Jeez, really? Finally. A jack-o'-lantern from the Pumpkin Star. One left. Stop stealing those poor things' heads. Guess that could kind of be what we are stealing. Go away. Oh, and the head. Mandragora is vanquished. don't remember if I get anything if I go back and talk to the kid. Haste Dogga moat. Wish I could just cast haste. This would be better. Even though a lot of enemies cast slow, so. It's a fake! Nothing to stop. Actually steal from it. That face stone. And now real crystal. Berserk. I want to cast Berserk. Sure. Vanish, balance, but I don't have either of those. Oh, Berserk. Vanish Buff. I think it just stops you from being attacked randomly. Sword 7, Swords 8. So we have Sword 7 over here. Right there. Hello, well. Keep going. Venture bound for the capital, would seem he didn't make it. More zombies. Oh, side region. Fail. Up there, stole money from the enemy. Straight kill. That's cool. stealing nothing. Shockwave just hit everybody. Yeah. Level 37. Alright, time to work my way out of here. I've stolen quite a bit of stuff. Couple of paths to go through here. Wayfarer traveling the road to Arcades, the pilgrim's door holds not for you. That way lie trouble and confusion. You who are yet drawn toward the pilgrim's door, the heart of time and the deeds you must accomplish share their place amidst the falls. Look from the heart, look north. From the heart, look north to heaven. From the heart, step south to earth. Walk in time's footfalls to open the way. I don't remember. We don't have to go that way, so come back later if I feel like it. Maybe. I love riddles. Sometimes I enjoy riddles. Not super feeling it right now. There's a waterfall thing. You need the Sage's ring back. You need the gold. Character. Amulet. Oh, nobody has Belias. I could have swore I gave it to somebody because I was like, man, it doesn't do anybody any good. It really doesn't open anything for anybody, really. It opens for Ash. The only person that gets something out of it is Ash. She gets Libra, but I already have people that have Libra. It's not necessary. Bosch has one, right? Yeah, he has Mateus. I did that so he could have Curaga region, Cleanse, and Asuna. Yep. I'm gonna give this one to Balthier. Sure. Do it. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. I did find, while I was stealing stuff off screen, I found one of these protractor things. Multi-scale. Evade 35. On hit bravery. So it's kind of like a staff where you hit an ally and make them better. Which I thought was really interesting. That's why it has low attack power. If I hit like Bosch. And now he has bravery. He should have bravery. No. I figured that's how it worked because it says on hit bravery. Bravery is good, right? I thought so. Try it again. Yeah, there we go. Bravery. Bravery is attack up. Where did I got that yesterday? So that's cool, right? It's the only one we have now. Right now, but I don't know, it could be interesting. I want to go through. See, I think you have to go through the doors in like a certain order. If you want to open the Pilgrim's door, it's something like that. I don't remember. Zombie Night. Forward! Where's your sticks go? One moment. Continue forward. That looks like a boss. This is an Airman, but it's not, because you know what those are supposed to look like. You know what they're supposed to look like. And that is not one. That's just me. Looks like a ghost. Phantasmal Gaze. Ugh, he was so lame. Hit myself. Decoy. I don't think you're weak to any magic. Maybe I can hit you with bio. Possibly. No, I don't think so. That is not who was supposed to have lure. I messed up. Now it's like there's two. That one doesn't leave me. This one does. Stop casting clones of yourself. It's annoying. Doom is also lame. Ugh. That one. Attack that one. See, what stinks is the clones do swing and do damage. They were both confused. That grand. I'm confused. No! Don't hit bother. Oh, there's a bunch of them. You see that? Oh, did I get the right one? I sure did. Alright, you're low enough now. Game over. Plus everybody's doomed, so I need to finish this now. I think everybody's doomed.
Believe.
I never miss.
you how it's done. Please. Let me show you how it's done.
I must be strong.
Should have done North Swing Glow. Turn 1 was up. Oh, mischarge. And both have mischarge. Once you press one, it rolls the others.
I must be strong.
Mischarge for Ash, but running out of time. Probably should have taken it. Yeah.
Please.
I must endure.
I never miss. My regards. I never miss.
Yeah! Mischarge and an element of treachery. Nice. Let's just spam the button. Another mischarge? Nope, we're definitely not gonna have time to. Still 16 hits. That's one of the best ones I've done so far. Probably the best one I've done so far. That one was really good. Black hole. Tons of dark. I'd say that should kill you. And the ring goes down. No. Shield looks cool. I was Bosch would shield bash somebody with it. Let me attack with it. Congratulations. And now watch the party die. An X potion, heck yeah. You want to check the room for stuff. Bubble moat. An elixir. Phoenix down. Where he came in at.
It cannot end us.
Because of Doom. I don't get it. You should have someone with that shield, you'll be red instead of blue. Yeah, but I won't be red. Like, you should have said the shield would be red. Gotta get ready to throw Phoenix down because Doom doesn't go away when the fight ends. Correct, the shield would be red. Well, no, it wouldn't because video game. Doom's lame. The Doom status in this game is like, good job, Altair. Now blind. Triggering everything. Oops. Every status effect here, or every trap here. Blind. I don't want to go that way. Money. Enemy. Let me grab the treasure. High potion. Enemy that showed up. Casting oil, no! No! Can you zoom up oil? No, you sure can't. Spam Kira. Ugh. Fights like this are dumb. Well, considering I watched all of E3, I do have opinions on things like that. Well, I watched all the pressers. A few other things. I think it looks fantastic. I think it looks great. Super excited. I hate the oil status effect in this game. It's so lame. Well, it's everywhere. You should look it up. Because it does. It looks really good. If I do this. Just cut my own snippet here. I don't have. Nothing. I'm glad. I'm glad it looks really good. Like, I know me and Knight want to get it. We're gonna try to get it anyway. Start setting up now, we can do it. Activate the lift. Now we can teleport back here. Which is good for if we want to try to do that pilgrim door thing.
Smells less like a capital and more like a sewer.
Even empires have need of sewers. The runoff from Arcades proper pools here, those who lack papers to live in the city itself. The mighty who have fallen, and the fallen who would be mighty. Their eyes never leave Arcades.
I guess it must be a lot nicer than this place.
Oh, to be sure. Arcades reeks of a different filth. Let's be off. We can follow our noses to Draclo.
Welcome to Old Arcades. Basically the slums of the Empire. Now you can see the fancy part of Arcades. like the former judge said, the mighty who have fallen, and the fallen who would be mighty. Forge the capital, word of advice, worms. Turn back while you still have some gil to your name. Come to buy information, or perhaps to sell? Knowledge is what makes this town work. If I had a gil or a chop to spare, I'd make an offer for what you know right now. It's all my money. Can't even afford an airship back home to Rabanastre. I'm going back through Sochin, but I hear some ancient worm lurks down there. I don't much care to run into one of those. How do you get away on these legs? Stuck here for life. Did you buy something to help a fellow out? Is annoying. Oil is annoying. Silence. Face stone. Jack-o'-lantern, tomato stalk, onion, gimbal stalk. Oh, I missed one. Privateer! Yeah, I got an achievement. Could buy that forgotten grimoire. Red cap and matching armor. Heavy armor polished with the mirror finish, suffused with strong magics. Sold as it is. Warped blade. Diamond sword. Potion crate. I'm going to buy that. 30 potions, 20 high potions, 10 X potions. Useful. I don't remember what the forgotten grimoire is. Sure. War Mage's Monograph. No clue what that is. Shielded armor and an ice shield. Oh, I don't need the spare diamond sword. Get rid of that. Hi, Maze. That's pretty tired today, too. I didn't get as much done on Nina Kuni as I wanted to today. What was that thing that I got? Possession of this text enables the acquisition of superior loot from animorphs and undead. Okay. Sounds neat. Beats me. But I have it. Welcome to Arcades. Old Arcades, that is. people here, they all took their dreams up to the city, had them stripped away, and fell back down. It's an unfamiliar face. If you're hoping to go up to the city, best find yourself information that's like to interest the ardents and gentry. Word travels fast in this town. New information is born, grows old, and dies in a day. The Emperor's assassination? Ancient history, my friend. So, information talks here. Only a man like that could do what he's done, killing his own two brothers in cold blood for opposing the Emperor. Miss anything of significance? Not really. Boss fight. And what you're fishing for? Me? Fishing for my past. For the fire of my youth. What? No, you cannot feed a family with the past. But you can keep yourself warm at night. Business with us? I'll tell you straight out. We've no money, so don't even bother trying to relieve us of it. Bought them cockatrices when we had the chance. Why we'd be rich men today, we would've. Cockatrice meat's not half as tasty as they'd have you believe. This recent interest in them's a fad, you mark my words. Granddaughter claims she's seen a great airship. Of course, I thought it was the XII, that being the biggest I know of. But her description may have to made a new, bigger airship now? Maybe. Actually, it's going she don't half go on. Only hope her granddad sets her straight. Just seeing things. Tomorrow to destiny, mark my words. I'll be the richest man in Arcadia soon. And I'll bring you a diamond big enough to prove it. Soon? Knew 'twould come in time. Spare me the diamond, just stay true. Knows a good deal when he sees it. How about some Moogles in it? I have 8 of them. Discount if you take the lot. It's a bargain. They're cute, they dance. Selling Moogles? I will buy them so I can set them free. Wares. I've been told that joining the Watch is a good way to get on in the world, yet others tell me it's a hard life, full of hard choices. It's the problem with having too much information. It's just difficult to make up your mind. Sometimes. Eight Moogles. Sieg was there, he sought to play. Said he, I'll take you far away. A gourmet tour he promised us. All we've had is curds and whey. I want to buy them. They sing and they dance. And they're really cool. And you see them dance. I demand the option to buy them. Information overload is a tactic these days. Not just a system, it's a tactic. A hotel, perhaps? There's a lot to be learned from the stories of the past. A lot of you youngsters seem to have forgotten. To your peril, you should show a little more respect for fairy tales. Mark for some information? Sorry, I have none worth selling. Such a boy would be wise to pass on anything he heard to me, though. Pay a good price for word of goings on in the Ministry of Law in the Senate. Your credentials? Yep, I sure do. You vulgars, you know, especially not the lion kind. Away with you. It's a sight for sore eyes. Didn't think I'd be seeing you again. Is he speaking? Actually, I have my headphones in right now. Probably not. Oh, wonderful. Enter the street ear. A pirate would do well to smile. Wouldn't want to sour his reputation. You know this guy? An old friend. He's a street ear, a peddler of rumor and hearsay, by the name of Jules. He'd bite a gill given him by his own mother, and shave it by half to pay for her funeral. Sometimes an ear with tight purse strings the order of the day, like when a pirate decides he fancies going up in the world. To the city, you know a way? In Arcades, knowledge is power, and power has a way of opening doors, boy. Now, a fool will buy a sack of feathers for his pillow, but a wise man, he'll buy the whole stinking cockatrice and get his fill of meat into the bargain. So, wise man, how does 1500 gil sound? No. Do well to learn the ways of the world, boy, lest the world have its way with you. Darn it. I thought I could get a discount, I don't remember. Nope. I mean, I have 1500 gil, it's not the point. I don't want to pay him 1500 gil. Heard any rumors in town? Actually, I did hear about a Sikh selling Mughals. Mughal trading? You don't say. Boy's seen the dancing Mughals. Go and tell them what you just told me. To it, boy, to it. I don't remember who I'm supposed to talk to about that. Talk to the dancing Mughals, talk to the sea. Where were the move? Here, right? Yeah. Now we hear we're to be sold. But that is not what we were told. Moogles, huh? You told him just as I told you? Good boy. I'm not sure what any has to do with going up in the world. Witness the power of knowledge, my boy. See, it begins. A brawl! A brawl! The Moogles are rioting! Oh, gotta go stop the riot. Now's our chance. Thanks, Jules. Never thought you'd go for such a meager price. A pirate should know that words are worth a gil unaccountable. Here's some words for you. The prodigal Bunasa's sons come back to the Imperial Roost. See? Words of much value, these. The Imperial City of Arcades.
You're gaping like a fish out of water.
I'm just checking out the city. Even if it is the Empire.
You've changed, Vaughn. You were always marching to your own beat. Almost like you were impatient, even. In a good way.
Maybe it's because I've seen more now. Never imagined I'd ever come this far away from home. Hey, Lars is here in the city, isn't he? He's a tough one. I wonder how he's doing.
You always were a soft touch, Vaughn. You know what's amazing? I always thought I'd go my whole life without meeting people like the Princess or Lord Larsa. And here we are in the capital.
I know. It's a little over my head sometimes.
Good, Vaughn. You've come to understand the difficulties of serving royalty.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride.
That wasn't a complaint, was it, Bosch?
Right. Let's get moving.
Hey, don't change the subject.
Right.
Totally a complaint, but... Gotta find a way to sneak into the Dracor laboratory. Yeah, Balthier's dad is Dr. Sid, and Balthier was a judge at one point. So I was like, the prodigal son returned. We go our separate ways here, Vaughn. Some business to attend to. We'll meet again later. Huh? Hey. No. It's awesome. It just gives him more character when he already has a bunch of character. Alright, time to go shopping. With what little money we have. You say we have a lot of money. No, because stuff's expensive. It looks like we have a lot of money. Hello. Thundaga, Viraga, Aeroga. Alright, but nobody can cast it. Gravity, but nobody cares about gravity. Those. Toxify. There's Scourge and Flare. Oh, sorry. There's Scathe. Big spell, which we've seen a few times. And the Chop Master. Help you with what? What are pine and sandalwood chops? Here in Arcades, people spend their whole lives trying to get their hands on pine chops and, if they're lucky, a chop of fine sandalwood. Gil, they're only good for buying and selling of goods. You can have all the gil in the world and it won't buy you respect. Only chops of pine or a chop of sandal will win you that. See, the chops represent your contribution to the greater good of the Empire. Common citizens might come by pinewood chops enough during their daily lives. It takes a soldier or some great deed to earn sandalwood. Talk to your name. Are you sure you belong here in the city? And you see the people up here talk bad about the people in old Arcades because the people up here are nobles. They got a stack of chops. It's like reputation points that you can actually see. I would like to buy a map. I'm just looking for you. There we go, alright. There's all the other shops. There's the Aerodome as well. Weapon and armor shop. We're looking for protectives. Officer's hat, barrel coat, enduring gear, platinum helmet, platinum armor. So I need 8. Heavy armor 8. Which is up here. Just missed it. Ash. Grab those when I can. That. Just for the future. Oh, we got in the weapon shop. Rune blade. Katana. Need on hit poison. Need katana 4. So. Ooh, let's get a bunch of HP. Katana 4. Goods available. 10 Phoenix Downs. Sure, I'll buy those. Alright. Yes. +5. I mean, I want all the attack power I can get. Platinum armor. Barrel coat. Oh no. Engine gear. Magic power. Speed. Yay! Broke. Can't afford the headgear. Light armor 7. Armor 8. Metal jerkin. Available. Forgotten Grimoire. 25k. Yay! Nothing else to say. Alright. Official, the Ministry of Law has announced that the Senate conspired to oust House Solidor and masterminded the Emperor's assassination. You know, these are lawless times, my friend. Good time to purchase some armor. Prices seem relatively normal for later in an FF game. True. Your income does not, however. Exactly. It's because of the drop system. Again, I'm going to use steel to kind of supplement my income. And try to just get more items that way. Just have both here do nothing but steal. I don't know if you can use the aerodome here, but if we can, then we'll do that. If not, I'll teleport out and we'll try to just steal some stuff. Levu's Gambits. What do you have? Status equals haste. Protector shell. All of these. Stopped. Oh, this Doom Blind. Yeah, just those, because I can make use of those. I'm the Chop Master. Lies, I already met the Chop Master. Imposter. Just kidding. It's like a title. Check the item shop even though I don't think I need anything from there. Well. Okay, apparently there's a board upstairs. Into that. Ah, X potions are here. Interesting. They are expensive. They heal a lot. Dark Steel, Titanois. I'm up to Bajuba again. Yeah. I shall save. Doesn't look like I can fly from here right now. Expected. Oh. I see there's nobody at the counters. Researcher. Might be on the right. Only those with 3 or more chops may ride this cab, boy. Nothing personal, I assure you. Chop? What's that? You lack a chop, you pay coin. That's 1 million gil, thank you. That's ridiculous. What? That's crazy. Having a spot of trouble, are we? Look who it is. I have a message from Master Balthier. He's waiting in Cendril. He says to come quickly. Like that Master Balthier. On this? But we need a chop. What's a chop anyway? When a boy wants information. That's right. I know what a chop is. I don't have to pay you, but whatever. And I'd already spent 4,000 just on plot. By the way, spending gil when it's already, unless you just go out and steal and grind and stuff to get money, you already spent 4,000 on plot that I don't think we get back. I'm doing this until we get it back. If we get it back, I take it back. An upstanding citizen of the Empire carries a chop. It's a mark of status. Basically, again, it's reputation points that you can actually see. Sometimes a writ of transit others. You're aiming to go to Cendril, where the gentry lives. I think you'll need 3 chops. How do you get them? Key is knowledge, boy. Do your part here on the street, talk to the right people, you earn your chops in no time. That didn't sound so bad. Oh, people in Arcadia love doing good deeds. Why, if they're helping you out, it must mean they're superior. Understand, boy? Not sure I do, but I'll give it a try. Thanks, Jules. A friend of Master Balthier's is a friend of mine. Friend just stares at him. Broke an instrument on his first day in the lab. Really want to give him some words of encouragement, but I'm so busy. Worry not, I tell him. Such things only cost 1 million gil. Your concern should be the bigger picture, not such trifling details. Yeah, it's only 1 million gil. That's the kind of money people are playing with here. Commit this tale to memory. Words of encouragement. And now you have this little mini game thing you do. Yeah. Knowledge is power. How are you getting any from people like this? Seen those chaps running pell-mell about the city? Newcomers are always this way, working up a sweat as they claw their way up the ladder. You look to be in much the same situation as was I long ago. Never fear, you'll get there as I have. Chin up, onwards and upwards and all that. Working up a sweat. Oh, you only do one at a time. Ugh, it's really dumb. New employee of mine broke an instrument on his first day in the lab. Look for some researcher guy. You? Yeah, I fear my superior is vexed. Quite vexed. The instrument I dropped, oh dear. Mention my superior? Or she's just about had enough of me. Only cost 1 million gil or so. 1 mil? Cost that much? She doesn't want me to pay for it? Please no. Concern should be the bigger picture. I'll admit, I'm weak at the finer points, but she doesn't mean to end my research, does she? Such trifling details. Trifling? Is that what I am? Trifling? Finished. That's what I am. I'd be a fool to think otherwise. You're taking this the wrong way. Things through another. If she used to chastise me, I'd have her do it to my face. My thanks. Chop for your trouble. Chop, chop. Find wood chop. But like, okay, so you need 3 chop. Okay. Work with. Where's person running around? Crying wares for the armorers. Should have a gander if you need aught. When I get enough chops, I'll be riding high in one of them calves, and I'll be the end of all this. Sitting pretty in garden in it. Now, we just got 1 chop like that. Now I know we're main protags and stuff, but it takes 3 chops to ride this thing. Apparently, if you can ride in it, oh man, you got some real money. Why is he having a hard time getting 3 chops? Because the NPC, I know, but still, it just doesn't click. See what I'm saying? How it just doesn't. Newcomers working up a sweat. Okay, commit this tale to memory. Where's the guy running around? You. Some bloke who was in my shoes and now he's made something of himself? That's good to hear. I'll get there someday. Keep telling myself that. You look like a newcomer yourself. Ain't got many chops, I bet. I know how it is. I ain't got many myself, but up here, you gotta look out for each other. You can have one of my chops. See you at the top. I think that's all there is here. You know, I'm often told I have a knack for magics. Of course, I have little coin to buy such things. Should be handling magics, not turnips. A knack for magic. Husband was a judge, a fine one at that, filled with righteousness and justice, our house's pride. Pride, too, Barbaro. It was his very own sense of justice that brought his end, to die attempting to save a child's life, and the child of a foreman, no less. How like him. Magic. I didn't think so. Look like. Magic. Well, 8 and 20 of them. I was telling the good news. 8 and 20 chops. 8 and 20 chops. I know it does something with the thing, but I'm just gonna spam it. Has been asked for a trinket from Giza Plains. Giza craftsman come here. Speaking of which, he should be here by now. The fickle woman, do hope she does not change her mind. Seems swindler about. He's a master of disguise. Quit this task. Master of disguises. Master of disguise. So is looking for the one who's looking for the swindler is the swindler. Did you see? To seal the trick in the grimoire, my boy. Is everybody good? Time to put an end to this once and for all. Don't worry, you have my gratitude and a bit in your pocket. Chop chop. You are now free to ride the cab. Woo! I don't remember if I need more chops, and if I do, what I need them for. He ended up impoverished. 8 and 20 chops. No. Maybe the knack of magics. Not what you're looking for. It's not the information you're looking for. Take pride in your work and do right by your customers. Anyone can make a decent living. Regular chops are made of pine, but the nobles use chops of sandal. Sweet smelling things, those. My girlfriend and I will get them someday. Yep, hold on. Where's the 8 and 20 chops? No. Eight and 20 chops. 8 and 20 chops already? It's a fine amount to be sure, but tell her this. Try to float up to High Garden and you'll drift off with the clouds. First get firm footing down here, then build your way up brick by brick. Knack for magic. To be a judge, to bring order and peace to the world, and just in a morning's work. How do I become a judge anyway? To be a judge. Someone wanting to be a judge? Whoever they might be, I have advice for them. If they seek to be a judge for the sake of justice, no good will come of it. Please tell him this. Tell him that above all else, his family must come first. Peace is a frail bloom that grows only in the soil of a family's love. here from Giza Plains to make some trinket, but I got separated from my client. I've spoken to your client. Blinded by Gil, I was. I didn't even think to look at a map. Your case was so far away. Give me this chop as a retainer. No need of this thing. Here. Chancellor at the Academy of Magic. Sadly, there's little need for art in this age of ready convenience. Applicant numbers are down. You're to blame for placing profit above the pursuit of quality in exchange for instruction. If not quality, what have we, I ask. Oh, well. What you have is a person that wants to learn magic. Last with a knack for magic, yet no guild to pay for it? How fortunate for her. I was thinking of starting a program for scholars in need. Of course there'll be an examination, but if she truly does have the knack, that should be little trouble. Here, chop for your information. Seems a bit too easy to collect the chops. Right? That's exactly what I was talking about! Chops are supposed to be this really hard thing, and if you have enough, you go... It's a raise in status. And these people are working their tails off to just get one. Me, we're just a little bit of information and saying the right things to the right people here, and you get chops. I mean, I guess it makes sense when I say it that way, but still, these people work really hard and don't even get one, but because main pro tag and everything works out, we can get handfuls. It's just, it's silly to me. It's where you suspend your disbelief because you're playing a video game. And you just go with it, but... See the murmur in his act? Oh, he's truly splendid. Oh, by the way, Maze. Do I need all these extra chops for something? Or am I just doing this for kicks at this point? No idea? Yeah, I don't either. But Proverbs. Told you I detest the mummers. I'd sooner watch the mating dance of the What? My mother was weeping? Reminiscing, no doubt. Father was a murmur, you see. He could never earn enough to put food on our table, try as he might. Eventually it broke him. Oh boy, I hope that doesn't happen to me. He fell ill, and to buy a salve he borrowed, and so he worked, though he was sick and made little. How can not hope to repay aught? One day a lord came calling, a man of means he was, and he offered to take my father's debt as his own, provided my father left his wife. Then the lord turned and proposed marriage to my mother, for she was a rare beauty in her day. Father told her she should go with him. So I was torn too from my father. How I wept. I never saw him again, nor can I say where he is. Heard rumor he moved far away, that is all. If I had not been so drunk with the mummer's life, it would never have come to that. So you see, I've reason to hate the prancing fools. And now I've spoken too much, overmuch. My apologies. Though tell told, I feel better. Take this chop for being so kind as to listen. Given permission to take a special examination for entry at the Academy of Magics. I need to take a magic to calm... I need a magic to calm my nerves for the test. That did the look-alike. Alright. Looks good. How many of these do I have? 8, by the way. It's under loot. I guess I could go sell them. Maybe. It's a mark of status held by Ardens in the Imperial City of Arcades. Let's sell the plot items. I'm really interested if I can now. No, okay. They do. Why didn't they do... I understand you want to give the player the option to sell them for money if they need money, but you would not sell these. Same with probably Geyser Greens, because you can ride Chocobos that way, even though you wouldn't do it that much. But still, definitely the Teleport Stones. They made these unsellable because they're plot and they're important. Why not just make the Teleport Stone unsellable? You've shown you can do that now. Why? Right? Doesn't that make sense? You just make the Teleport Stone unsellable. Just like this. Because you use them. You use them to teleport around and stuff. They're important. You could have just made them unsellable like the Pinewood Chop. I think I'm right on this. Okay, we can now head to the cab, which is that way. Imagine my surprise when my dear Ringle's tutor decided to abandon us without saying a word. Quite... The tutor. Tutor by trade I am. And employed. Oh wow, look, that was super lucky. Needs a tutor. Here's a chop. Somebody needs a tutor. Oh, got it. That gives us 9, right? It could be a grand 33 this coming name day. A feast! Name day, that's an interesting way to put it. Right, exactly. It's that birthday. My anniversary's coming up, but I haven't got a lot of gil. Still brought the missus something special. It's a necklace. And not find it. Just between you and me, right? The anniversary. Soon by my wedding anniversary, whatever shall I get my dearest? Reminds me, the oddest thing. Find necklace in the back of the wardrobe. I can remember when I bought it. Sold the thing now. We'll leave well enough, but it's hard to save. Needed the guild to buy my dearest what he deserves. Oh no! He bought the necklace for me as my anniversary present? Oh no! First things first, have your silence on this. Not a peep to him, not even a meaningful glance. Pay you not to speak. Agree? Agree. Oh no! Perhaps some armor is in order? Do enjoy traveling, seeing the flora and fauna. Save for those flora and fauna with fangs. Heavy armor leaves stripes and sores on one. Lumbering laden in metal does not a pleasant holiday make. The Traveler. I think for this one we go to that guy by the shop who talks about, oh, I travel around and I use a weapon. Right, it's awesome they wanted to get each other something great, but you know, bad circumstance there. Traveling gentleman. Traveling concerned about armor, you say? Certainly, heavy armor's just that, heavy. I'd be more worried about beasts than bruises. Me, I find my greatest foe on the road is solitude. Say this lady you spoke to enjoys traveling. Perhaps you might arrange a meeting. If I could find someone of the feminine persuasion to share my travels, that'd solve all my woes. Perhaps I could solve hers. This is what, like 11 chops or something? 11 pinewood chops. Okay, I'm gonna go save, and that's gonna do it for this stream. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a lot of fun. I guess Sophie sometime later today. Yeah, we only needed 3, so I kind of overkilled it. But something tells me the game would make me get more later anyway. I just have a feeling. So I'm gonna I'm okay with doing the extra. Until later, can't tell you when. I've got to run a few errands with Knight, but sometime later we'll probably do Sophie. If not, I'll tell you in chat. That's like, you know, no, not doing Sophie or whatever. We'll figure it out, because life is a thing. Again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, had a lot of fun. Does it feel like we did a lot in FF12 today, even though we got here to Arcadia? Until Monday for more FF12, have a fantastic weekend. Have some fun. I'm Cendril 9. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.